Hey everybody, it's Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard of Agentic AI testing. And so we just did a quick live stream, if you take a look at it, about how you can use everything to go and find duplicate files and clean up your drive. And one of the main reasons I was doing that was because the my drive space had basically gotten eaten up. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to do what I had originally planned to do, which was to go and do a relative element location and dynamic element locator using Camtasia, not Camtasia, using Playwright. Get it right, Polly. So in order to do this, I'm going to have to go and share my screen. So this is the screen I'm going to go share, and we'll bring it up on the screen over here. There we are. And there's our code. Cool. I'm going to go switch this out so you can see a little bit more of it. So it's a little bit bigger. That's on my big wide screen. So I think that should do it. So let's get started over here. Looking to see if there's anyone watching me live. Nobody at the moment, but we'll see how that goes over the next few minutes. All right. So where are we looking at? I've got a nice little test over here that's going to log into my application. And if, for the most part, it uses dynamic element location. So essentially there's a function over here that says, go find TMN and put this number in, go find SEQ and put this number in, go do this and find that one in there. And the next thing I'm going to do is I want to go and click. We're going to do a click over here. CLICK. And we're going to go click search. Now, search is interesting because there's multiple searches on this. So I'm going to go and give this a run. We'll do that in a debug mode, and we'll see what we get. Oh, I got one viewer there. Hey, it probably is the same person who was watching me on YouTube. It's usually the Twitch account gets hit first. Just a reminder that I will show live viewer comments. So if you want to chat, if you want to ask me any questions while we go along, hit me up. I'll be explaining whatever we got. And if I do catch that the stuff, I'll be watching the comments. In fact, I'll show the comments up on stage. And if you type it in, you'll see it immediately. And I'm always open to chat. I'm going to be doing this for about 45 minutes, see how far I get. So one of the things that I am pointing out over here is a couple of things that I did not write in Playwright. I wrote this in using boy. You know what, guys, girls, everybody, don't get old. It's not recommended. This is written in one of my favorite little tools, AutoIt script or AutoIt 3, whichever. And it's a great little utility. It's been around for about 30 years, and it just got a brand new update. It was like every 3 years they do an update on this thing. Not only is this written, this is my custom console logger, so that I don't have to sit and watch all the stuff that appears over in here. In fact, that's my standard console logger over here. And this is my custom one that only certain parts go out. And you can see what the stuff does. Not only that one did I do, but this was a tab feature control. It will actually open the network tab in the console log. He'll open it up in the browser and show it to me. And speaking of browsers, let's go see if we can find, there's my application that I'm actually running against and testing. The third thing I wrote in AutoIt was a item that a big thing that will pause a test or stop all tests. Now, the reason I wrote this is because my computer, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this. Hold on, we might go black screen over here for a moment. I'm going to bring up my task manager. I'm not sure if this is visible. I guess it is. I see it over there. So if you want to take a look at my system, I do not. Well, I don't go cheap on my systems. That's a lot of CPUs that are over there. And one person followed me. One person left. I wanted to find out who that was. Yeah, that's my CPUs, and this is my memory. My memory is pretty freaking big. It is a total of I believe 64 gigabytes up there. So, what's the advantage of that is that I almost never run out of space for tabs on my screen. So, my browser tabs can have like 40 or 60 or 80 or 100 of them, and the system does not sweat. So, that's one of the reasons I do this. If you're working in QA test automation, I do recommend put some money into your system so that it's a really actually good system. And I'll tell you, I was also did this a little bit on the cheap. Right now, the prices of the upgrades of the memory and the hard drive have made my computer actually increase. Even though this is a 3-year-old computer, the price for it has doubled. So it's kind of interesting. But I did go on the cheap on this. I mentioned this on some of my others live streams. I actually went out looking for a new computer because my old computer was not working well. It was 7 years old, and I just couldn't fix it anymore. And I went out to all sorts of different computer places to find out where I could find something that's a latest model with the same features. And it turned out uh, most of the places I went to, the cost was like nearly $2,000 to get what I wanted. And at the end of the day, I was like almost committed to spending $2,000 on a brand new laptop. And at the last moment, I decided to go over to Best Buy, not Best Buy. I went over to Costco. And at Costco, they had this machine that I'm broadcasting from on display. It was a display model, and they were not selling any more of these. So, I lost my viewer. Dang, I'm boring people. Um, so yeah, it was a display model, and the display model basically was $200 off, and I used the money in that to upgrade the memory, RAM, and also the hard drive. So hopefully, I think I've just bored someone to death. Anyway, we're going to go and move on over here and not talk about these things anymore. What I do want to do is see if I can identify some of these elements over here and how we're going to do it. So right now, it's actually got this strategy for looking for elements. And the element it is looking for, it is going to go and find. Let's see. There's some things that I've got in there that are slightly different from my two different systems that I'm testing. So I'm going to go and see if I can find. It's going to say, let's find a label with user and enter this has already done the password login. So we have a button roll over here, and I am going to go and let this run and go through my code. And it basically goes and gets all the inputs that it can find and finds an element, and then we'll actually highlight it and output the information. So, hey, searching this frame for this element, and it says, yeah, I found one. And it should, if I'm correct, it should go, where'd my, I think I may have timed out. That's an alarm going off on a Friday. I don't know why. I think it was for last Friday, but I'll turn that off. Let's try this one more time because I believe this has essentially ended because the me talking so much it timed out. Yep, that definitely sounds like Polly. All right, we're going to try and give this one more run, and we'll see where it goes. And we're going to put stops here and here. And there's our consoles. I'm not sure why it's coming up twice. Well, it will actually reassign them. So there I am running away. I'm going to go and hit the element location. You can see it found this one over here. So maybe if I bring this a little bit smaller, I can actually show both of them at the same time. So now we're going for the second one. Now there's no relative location for this. It just says, hey, I got it, because there's three things, but there's no there's not a really good relative way to say, hey, this is next to MMYY. So I'm going to go hit this, and we go in here and go find an element, and guess what? It pops it in there and even highlights it, which is kind of cool. So the next thing we're going to do is go click on the search button. Now the question is, which search button is going to find it? Here it actually has one search button. So that's good. So we're going to see if it finds that search button. And away it goes. And it says, hey, I want to find all these click buttons. And we can see in the debug over here is spitting out saying it found 3 elements for search. All right, cool. So what we're going to do is try to highlight all of them. First of all, see if they're visible, right? Next thing is I want to go and see if we can find it. Let's see, where's that search? I did see something blink over there for a moment. So we're going to go through the count, see if this is visible, and if it's matched. We're going to do a highlight. And I did a highlight on that search as well. And we're going to go through one more time because this is the third element it found. And it says highlight. And the highlight actually popped over here. I think I saw something. So it's finding not, I guess these are clickable, then they're valid. But I'd rather have some, and I guess we could use those if we wanted to test that the formatting, the order works. That would be great. But it found all these elements, found this one. So this should exit out. We're going to go and exit out. And we say, hey, I found the element. And it says, hey, if you found an element, go say, well, I found the search element. It's going to be the first one, the search element. And we're going to go highlight it. So it is highlighting. Looks like it's highlighting the wrong. Please make search selections. Okay, so that's actually text, and we don't really want that. This is indicating exactly how it's finding the button, and it looks pretty intense. Get by role, which is a link. This is apparently a link. Okay, fine. And locate this, the first element by button or locator that has this, the search inside the name. That's pretty complex. And honestly, I don't think this is the element. Well, it might be looking for something relative to a link that's near it. But I don't think that's the one I want. I think that's actually the last one that I hit. And I usually want to hit the first one. So what we're going to do is ask the AI to always click the first visible one. So I think what we're going to do is go find the element. We'll just tell it. Let's just tell it from the console here. Please, why am I saying please? I don't know. I don't want the apocalypse coming at me. All right, who's viewing me now? Well, it's a guy from Twitch. Hey, Twitch. Good to see you. If you guys want to chat with me, please feel free. The chat is on. So just a reminder, we can see this and you can chat with me over on the right-hand side. If you have questions. So I'm using the AI to please always use the first viable element. And Polly doesn't know how to spell, but that's okay. The AI is pretty good at interpreting what I want. I use the first viable element, and we'll say not the last. I'm going to do that. We'll let that do it. By the way, we're using Claude over here to do these things. You can see Claude's over here. It's my Claude code. There's some new stuff that just recently came out. It's kind of cool. So it's going over there and says it's going to go do this. It says I was doing it, but the line was commented out. So it's going to go and fix this, I believe. So what is he saying over here? We're going to go bring this up a little bit. Done. Uncommented the break statement so that the click method now uses the first visible element instead of finding through all the elements. All right. Well, I guess it's going to use the first available one. We can make sure that has a valid one. So we're going to hit stop over here, and I'm going to go and push this over here, and we're going to come over here so we can see both. This is from my last demo, so don't worry about that. And these are all my files that I've been updating for quite a while in this branch, so I don't have to worry about that at the moment. So I'm going to go give this another run. I hit the stop, go over to my tests. We're going to go give this another run. And just in case you're wondering, since you're just join new, we are trying to dynamically find an element on this screen. These guys can go away. I wish they would not change their location, but it got in. And it's looking to see if we can now find an element. We're going to go through, get all the inputs. And basically, this is some extra code I wrote because I wanted to find what is the locator for that search before I actually go and click on it. So, yeah, let's go take a look. I guess this is going and finding the element. All right, so it's actually filling these elements over here. This is basically saying, hey, put this value into this element, put this value into this element, this one in here. I'll let that go. It should fill up this, this, and this. And I am going to go and let's say go run. All right, so now it's going to try and find that click button. So we're going to do that, and this is outputting to our debug saying, hey, I found 3 elements that match, and then it's going to go and find the first one that matches, and it's over here. That's essentially an iframe, I think, which seems a little odd. Okay. Should not be matching on that, but it's going to attempt to click on it. And now it goes through all this extra code that I'm doing that is finding all the elements that it has. And all these elements are being output to the console log right there. So I can go and find the one I'm looking for. There was the console. The search should be coming up right about here. Let's see what it is. Should get it. Let's turn that off. Not sure if I found it. The highlight actually stays on for a few seconds, which is pretty cool. So I know exactly what it's going for. So I'm hoping if this entertains you, you can put some comments up there and say, hey, this is kind of cool. All right. So the real thing is, so it's still chugging away. It looks like it found 370 elements. I found more. And then it stopped. Dude, stopped. All right. So what I'm going to do is try my new thing. I'm going to do a filter, and we're going to filter for SCRSCH. And the search found elements 7, 10, 149, and 337 in the search. So I've got the task ID was load search. This value had nothing in it, but it did have EAX search in it. This one is an input field, but I think technically it's actually a button. Tedious, so a table over there. And it found out. I'm going to give that one more run over here because I need to know which one of these actually did it. So let's go give this one more execution over here. I'm going to go give it a debug. And it passed. That's a cool thing. So I'm trying to find all the elements, the locators for all the elements, and then I'm going to narrow it down and say, okay, you just need to find, since I'm doing a click, you need to find just the click buttons. So here it goes again. It just populated these fields. and it is going to go and do this search. And we'll let it chug away. Yeah. So it's going to go chug away over here. We're going to let it go, and you'll see that it's going to highlight every element over here. And there's another way to do that. So you can actually go into Playwright, and you can tell it to go and open up and investigate and do a pick locator. All right, so this guy has stopped over here. I'm going to let him run again. So here goes. And then if I do this, I'm going to go chug away over here. I've got two people viewing, one from YouTube, one from Twitch. Thank you very much. A reminder, you can actually comment with me. If you see the comment section, throw something in there. If you can't see a comment section, consider viewing from another point. I am live streaming from Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Twitch. So go find the Dark Arts Wizard. If you don't see a comment over here, you can do it over there. It has been done before. You can also be quiet and kind of watch. It's fine too if you're kind of a shy person. So it's essentially going through. Wow, I think I've sucked up a lot of RAM the first time I did this, because this is really, really slow. So if I go back over to my debug, the thing is I should be able to find the element that I'm looking for. I'm looking for the search element. It's not the 5th. It's not the 8th. I wonder what's slowing it down. It might be the it might be this this search over here. Nope. We'll put the search back in, and we're going to catch which one it is. Obviously, it's not the 5th. It's not the 8th. It's getting there. And I was saying you could go and look at it independently. We'll show that off in just a moment by clicking on the pick locator. See the pick locator? You could go right there. It is. Role, search, name. Okay, I'm going to turn the pick locator off. And we're going to see it's not item not 149. So it must have been the 300th. I don't know why this is all slowing down. It was running super fast before. And I wonder if my let's see, did I close it? I must have closed it. All right, well, here we go. We're getting close. 149 ID text. All right. So we've eliminated 5 and 8, and I believe 149. Unless that is 149. Is it an input? If I do that, it's a button. It's not an input. All right. Fair enough. Are we still highlighting stuff? I guess we highlighted that guy. Okay, I think we know what slowed it down. I'll turn that off. Turn off the pick locator and just pick that. Kind of cool. I'll turn on the pick locator and pick that guy. Hope I got the right one. Button search in ARIA. All right, so it went pretty far, and it looks for search, and it's these are the ways I would find it. And are we waiting? Are we in debug? Are we no? And it's gone. It timed out. I have the timeout for the tests to be about 4 minutes, and that was about 4 minutes. So I don't think the search actually worked very well for me because it didn't seem to go and find it. 337 or 149. I don't think it was 149. I think it was 337, which is a table data. There's a table th. I don't see that's in here, that it actually highlighted it. which bugs me. All right. So this is essentially highlighting all the elements and find them as it goes. Let's see. Frames equals iframe. So it searches through every iframe. There are 2 iframes in there to go and find these elements. And let's go see what it's trying to find for us. I think it's on button. These are all the selectors. Now, here's one of the things I don't like doing is I don't like using all the selectors because you know why? Because it's slows things down quite a bit. If you look for all selectors, then it can impact all the stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go remove the H's over here. Okay. I might need, and it's recommending an image. Yeah, well, yeah, an image would probably be good. Div a label span. I don't think I want anything from the data table, so I think we're going to eliminate that. This is role button. We have an input, a button, and a select a text area, a role button, and on click. I don't think I need an on click. I think we'll take that out. A span, a label, a div, p, and an image. Okay, paragraph. All right, let's go and see if this makes things go a little bit faster. So I'm going to debug that and let it run. And by the way, thank you very much, whoever's watching on Twitch, for watching this whole thing. No comments yet, but that's okay. So here we are chugging away. And I believe we are going to go and find these elements. Populating, we did. Okay. And it is highlighting. Look how fast it's doing. I take all that extra junk out. And boy, it is fast. All right. Let's skip that. All right. And if I come back over here, boy, I should have been watching when this came up. The one thing, oh, and it finished. I do not have a breakpoint at the end. All right, we'll put a breakpoint over there. Let's get that. I wonder how fast it's going to run if I just run it flat out. Let's go find out. I'm going to run it flat out. See how well the speed works. So now we know we want to use the fast stuff. All right, here we go. That's fast. And looks like it is. Now it's chugging away at the slow speed. Interesting. Now I wonder if that's because do I have a pause over here? No, I took out the pause. All right, fair enough. Okay. We're going to go and view, if I can, the debug. Okay, can we hit that debug? Do we hit it as a button? I don't think so. So we're going to have to ask it to look for this element because I don't see it popping up. 79. Okay, it's highlighting a bunch of stuff over here. Hello, stuff over there. It's going to skip all these things over here, so we're all good there. We're 79. All right. I think we are we at the breakpoint? Do we end? No, we don't have a breakpoint in there. Polly's stupid because there ain't no breakpoint in there. It just finished. All right. Fine. I'm going to go run it in debug mode one more time. And we're going to go pick off what's in the browser when we take a look at it. Who do we got over here? We got one person watching from YouTube and one from Twitch. Thank you for joining me on YouTube. Just a reminder, you can chat with me. If there's a chat window you see there, please send the chat over and I'll be monitoring it. If you don't see a chat, okay, then just run away. That's fine. I'm happy with that. Okay, I'm going to go and do an inspect. We are going to go and take a look at what this element actually is. This element is an input. So it's, yeah, inputs are going to have to be in there, but I don't see it actually picking up on the input. And that is kind of odd because it should find it, because it is looking for inputs. And I'm getting close to this, and I'm going to go make it break. So it's breaking up on this guy here. So are we looking for inputs in there? I think we should be. I mean, I don't see why we would not be picking up inputs. Yeah, input. It's the first item. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this and this and this. We're going to just look for inputs. Dude. There we go. We're just going to look for inputs. So I'm going to stop on this, and we're going to see how many inputs we get. Let's go back to this. We're going to go do it as a debug. So I verified it is an input field, but it is probably sitting inside of a iframe. And this is supposed to be watching for an iframe. So we're going to go see where it is. Okay. Yeah, we'll go to an iframe. Let me go take a peek and see if I can find this. Okay. No big deal. All right. So we are evaluating the first item. We're going to let that run. And what do we see over here? We said we were searching for this. Okay. Gonna let it run. Okay, those are all inputs. That's good. But will it pick up the search input? So all the input fields are being done, and they seem to be working correctly. There's that. Oh. All right, we got to the end. And if I do a search, let's do that. See if we pick up one input with search, but the type is hidden. So we don't want that. All right. So we're going to ask the console log over here. So first we're going to stop this and tell it that the, okay, and any elements that are type equals hidden. And we're going to see over here, see what it gets. We're going to look for that hidden. Okay. And whoever's live streaming me over there on Twitch, thank you so much. Come on. Found 3 elements for the body search. It's nice. Get rid of that. All right. So now we're going to go over here and go find hidden. Okay, we're going to go find hidden. How about that? Skip the hidden elephants. Okay, so here's our hidden elephant. Am I saying elephant? Yeah, I'm saying elephant. Okay, so we just added in this extra code that says, hey, if this is an elephant, Don't do it. If it's an invisible element, don't do it. Type equals, then we continue out. All right. We want to console log the new count. Console log. That's nice. Skipping the new total visible elements. There you go. Is that really going to work? Frame element count? No. I don't think that's going to work because the frame element count is going to be exactly the same, right? And if you add more, nope. Let's do, say, let invisible element count, say hidden element count equals, should be 0. Darn well better be 0. It is 0. Okay, cool. Element. There we go. Okay. Hidden element count. Hidden element count equals plus. Yes. And if I do, no, don't need the if in there. We just need to say the visible count is minus hidden element count. There we go. That's what we want. What a smart AI we got there. All right. So, and isn't the next thing going to be continue, right? Yeah, we're going to go continue. All right, there we go. Let's give this another debug run. Switch over to debug. What's the output? So we have an element that is not visible. And we console log. Did this console log go here? No, console log should go here. New total. Why you not total? I am in click, right? I don't know why it didn't spit that out. Well, I kind of do have an idea. So one of the things that happens when you're working this is that sometimes it just decides, oh, I'm not going to use the latest code, which is probably what's happening here. This is click, yes. This is the test. Okay. It's not click. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop. And we're going to restart. Not the live stream. We're going to restart this. So I'm going to go and my mouse would just work code and launch that. We got one apt watcher over here from Dark Arts from Twitch. Thanks, Twitch. All right. Now we've got that back. We're going to go and try and run this again. Run these tests. Let's say login. I want the EALX, the positive login. We're going to go do a debug on this now. We'll move this over a little bit so we can see it. Okay. Now let's see if we get that output that we want. Console log, new total. Nope. Could be the await. So let's say console log. I'll do that. What other console log are we doing? It's all console.log. Rah. Fix. Go fix that. Format document. Rename symbol. I want to fix. Add inline chat. Fix the attached problem. Try that. Keep baseline. Still doesn't like it. What's the matter? Go to definition. Says no definition. Quick fix. Let's go quick fix it. Come on. Let's go generate code fix. Do that. No. Get the console log. On a base page. Let's try one more time. Generate code fix. Want to use the console log. Nope. Undo. How about explain? How about I just go search for the console log into my other test cases on all my other code. Okay. Okay, here, nope. Says nope. Nope. That is the base log. And what's it using? If I go to base log, I go to definition. It's over here. It's in base page. So why not? All right. We'll let it run. And it said console log. Don't know why it's not console logging. Okay, it's saying the await doesn't mean anything. All right, we'll let you run. And we'll go back to that test and give it another run. Do, do, do. Oh, it's printing the standard out? It's printing here? It's printing here? My bad. Oh, it certainly didn't print there. And if I'm here, oh, I know why it's not printing, because filtered it. New total of visible elements is 63. Oh, God, Polly. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's showing me 13 of 97. Why? Oh, if I say new total. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we're not doing anything there. New total is 63. Any chance it's showing me the exact same thing twice? There we go. All right. I got to a soft assert. All right, fine. So output this stuff. So now it's only looking for inputs. So now we're looking for search. Go find that. This is the search. Okay. Search, 3 elements found for search, blah, blah, blah. And it did output a lot of stuff. And if I take this out, I take this out, I mean, it found 63 elements, but I don't think it found research. I don't think it found search or reset or download. Interesting. So, can I go to inspect, and maybe I have accessibility, performance, memory, application, period, lighthouse, and recorder. Woof. I need to learn how to put on my my little tricky things in there. All right, so what do we got? We are doing, you're looking for search. I don't think the search is popping up. Although console this should be able to see it, so or maybe change. I think the search actually worked. It actually picked up on the search. Yeah. Got the fake order. All right, cool. Let's see. So search worked. And let's do this. Maybe we find, we're going to go click on change near customer rating. Let's do that. Okay. So we're doing all this. Click. Search. And then we are going to go here. And we're going to say click. Let's see. We want to go and click change dot near yeah, it doesn't look too bad actually. Near we want to look at the second. Nope. I guess no load details will work fine for the moment. Okay, quick fix. Okay. Wonder if that object just isn't actually there. The input field, the actual element itself is something near it. near change, near load deck. All right, let's go to our change. Let's go to our definition over here. All right. Now this is a slightly different version. This is our EAX base. Okay. We're just going to vibe code this right here. Near right of to the left of, let me just say right of, near right of, left of, above, below another element. Now we're going to go and ask the AI to do that. Generate code. Let's go to the inline chat. Find relative. Okay, given a locator or a string. Options. Okay. No, we're not accepting that. Undo. Go inline chat. Add option. Find another left of, right of, right, that should be a capital O. Above, below, text. All right, hopefully this will give us a new version of Click. There's our right, near, right of, left of, blah, 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 blah. Oop. Okay, I think it's still thinking about it because it's got all the red in there. Keep that. And we'll do a quick fix. Fix. Is it thinking about it? Yep. Okay. We'll keep this, keep this, keep, 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 keep. Okay. Fix. Fix. We can see that there's 10 errors, so it's down to 8. Keep that. fix. If I go down to 6, keep, 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 keep. We still have 8 errors. Okay, is not assignable to the parameter of type string. Okay, try it again. Fix. Fix that locator. We're down to 6. Now we're back at 8. Keep, 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 keep. Okay. Just fix all. Fix all in this file. Let me fix this. Yes, and don't ask again. I definitely want something that relatively finds an element. Kind of cool. I'm going over my 45 minutes. I'm almost at an hour and only one person watching me. That's okay. We all good. We are down to 0. Coolio. All right. Let's go down to, let's go back to our test. Test over here. It's not still running, is it? Nope. Search. Do all this stuff. That search got an await. Yeah, it has an await. So after I do all this magic monkey stuff, click change near. Looks like it's happy with that. Can I do dot near? Will that work as well? Would think. Dot near. No details. Change near. I'd rather write it that way. Probably near does not exist on change. Okay. So I'm going to go back over to EAX. Advise click to support this for format. Okay, it says, I see you want a fluent API style where you can chain near, above, below, etc. directly on the string. This requires special string wrapper class. So let me do that. So it's doing that. That's a label over there. Okay. This is the base page. This is the EAX base page. Yes. Okay, now let me update the click method to accept both string and text selector. Okay. Sounds good, Lee. In that test suite log, go over there. Dude, why are you messing around in here? What an API call, really? Why did you fix it on the other one? It's one thing I really hate about this stuff. It always goes up to the upper one. Revise. So that this is correct in this file. You know what? It might be because this one it doesn't like. Okay. Oh, I don't think this is right. I think we're going to stop that for a moment. We are going to go put this in there. Okay. Here. That's the way we want it. So it's not text, it's this. We want to fix that. Nope. We do not want that. That is not at all what we want. Fix so that is valid in this test. I don't know who's going to be hanging around with me for like an hour. Who would do that? Share referral link. Okay. Want that. Maybe I should have just done called click near. No. Fox to that. Where did I get the fox? All right, we're going to try that one more time. Okay. Revise the click in EAX base dot page so that is valid. This line in, we gotta look at login spec.ts. Spec.ts is valid. All right, we had to get a little bit more wordy for that. So we'll let that go. Should really getting it out to here. Oh, it's thinking about it. Thinking real hard. Thinking hard. Real hard. Thinking hard, hardly thinking. I wonder how that near is going to work when it's close to, if it's in an iframe. I wonder about that. Boy, it's thinking about it. Okay. There's a click in this. The session is being continued from a previous conversation that ran out of context. Conversation is summarized below. We're summarizing a look at the current state. Need to revise the click method in the ABX to support this syntax. This requires the click method to return a chainable object that executes the click when awaited. Let me implement this. So it's going to go over here to Playwright Suite. I need to update the click method in the base class to return a class click action instead of the old implementation. Let me find and replace the old click method. So it's going over to my tlug Playwright Suite. Now I can see the old click method that needs to be replaced. Let me replace it with the new simpler version. It doesn't have to be simpler. It returns a click action. Now let me verify this. It goes to bash and did a run and doing another run and seeing if it generates any errors. Dude, if it generated any errors, I would see it under problems, right? Yes. Schlepping. I feel, yeah, feeling somebody I knew worked on that. Combobulating. Now that's my grandfather's term. It was an old person, a young person. People have different percolating. Someone needs coffee, marinating. There was somebody who cooks. Then actually, let me check the login file as well. So it's now doing this. No emit. No errors found there. Okay. Verify the system login is now valid. It sure looks like it to me. Cool. All right, let's go see if this does the thing. Let's see it do the thing. Let's do it. Let me see it do the thing. Do the thing. All right, so we're going to go and debug this. Do the thing. Do the thing. Thingity thing. Okay, there's our launch. And we are going to enter in those three values, which it worked. Then we are subtracting one element. And I'm looking over here. I'm going to say, boom. Seriously. Am I still filtering? New total visible element 63. Really? Iframe body 64, new total visible 63. All right, cool. Run. Okay. And it did not print out the second one. Okay. Third. 3 elements. Okay. Okay, it's going to attempt to hit the search. And I'm going to go hit the search. All right, so that shows the loading. Ooh, yeah, that's an element I could use to identify that it's doing something. Yay, I shall do that thing. All right, so now it says click change. I'm going to say change near customer rating. We'll do that before we do this. I want to do that and see if it gets it. We're going to stop that. I'm going to keep an eyeball on what's happening in the up in the top there. And I will go to this, and I will now do the debug. Oh, I see some light at the end of the tunnel. If we actually click something, that would be kind of cool. Okay, we are chugging along. We put the elements in there. I go and do the little highlights. And we'll take this out. And we'll show this on debug view. Go run. Okay. I do not see a search up here. So if I click search here, I get this. So it's not hitting the right search, but that's okay. We're going to go and see if it will. We're going to go step into. We'll step into again. Constructor page. Okay, search text. Next. Step into again. This reference, we will return this. Execute. This is okay. It found how many elements? It found 0 elements on the main page for change, which is odd. Well, not that odd because none of these elements can be found. And that is unfortunate. So we're going to go to, let's see, we're going to go to here, to the pick editor, and we will click on do. I can't hit the change. Interesting. Or is it taking forever, or is it just thought I hit the change for a moment there. It says cell status. That. Customer ranging. That guy. There. All right. Okay, we're going to stop that. Click action. This is EA base. Oof. That's a lot. What class? The class base page here. This is outside of it. All right. Sounds good to me. Fluent click action. You know what? I'm going to X that out. We're going to back to login. Okay. If I click in EAX base page to find this element. Okay. If I click EX base page to find, say, the click does not find this element. From this code. Can you write sample code that highlights all these types of elements in the, I'm going to say, also add sample code that highlights, lights all these types of elements. Input button elements in the login scenarios test. EST. Do that. And we're going 90 minutes again. Why does I always go 90 minutes? I don't understand this. It is not for me to understand. Mm-hmm. All I want is relative element location. I mean, that's all I need. Okay. All right, let's see what it's saying it's going to do. So it can't find this from this code. See the issue. The current click method isn't finding the elements within group field sets property. And the near filter logic using has doesn't work correctly for spatial proximity. So let me fix the click class to better handle this case and add element discovery to the code. So to do is fix click near to find buttons within groups and field sets. Problem is the filter looks for elements that contain the reference child, but we want elements that are near the reference text. Siblings are in the same container. Let me fix this for a better approach, searching within groups. Just looking at that, it's going to go, hey, do this, man. On a base locator for this text. Okay, good. There's just a hint about the unnecessary await, which is find a leave. Now let me update the to-do and add the button element discovery code. Update to-dos. Add button element discovery code. Let me see the full element discovery. I'll update the selector. Okay. What's it doing? Oh, it's just got the input. All right, did fix that. All right, no big deal. And edit. All right. This button, let's see if it is a button. Okay, so found stuff that I kind of shrunk down. My goal, work fills the time allotted to it, unless it actually overflows the time allotted to it. I allotted 1 hour to this, and now it's just almost an hour and 20. I've got 18 minutes left to my allotted time, and then I'm stopping. So click change. Await base page. Click change near customer rating. Should find the button. All right. We's going to try it. Here we go. Okay. Looks like it extended my thing. All right. So it did find the search in there. Okay. Now it's finding all the links and all this other stuff. Cool. Oh, look, it's found these guys. Yay. It freaking worked. All righty. Very nice. Now, did it find the change? Will it click the change? Yes, it found it. That's good. Let's go click that change over here. That's change customer. It's not the change I want. Actually, it's this one here we want to do. So hopefully, you can do near or to the right. What are we doing in the debug over here? I mean, it highlighted all this stuff, locator, all these things. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to put this. We're going to hit a stop. Okay, we're going to take this out. We're going to let it just run down to here. It's good. Okay. Input button, links, submit button, and roll. Okay. We'd like to get the text. Okay, we're going to give it one more shot over here. And did I? Okay. Did do a search. Did it end up at the same? Did it remember where I was? Is that what it's doing? Oh, you bugged me. Change near customer service. All right. I'm going to go back over here. Cut that out. Do that. And we're going to come down here to this. I will do the search. It will click and find the change in customer rating. All right, let's go give it another shot. because we are down to our last 5 minutes, 4 minutes. Okay. Okay, there's our change. I'm going to go click on search. Search came up. Now I want to click on the search near customer ratings. That's the search we want. All right. We have a breakdown over there. It looks like it found it, and it clicked the change customer rating. Awesome. Wow. We have accomplished so much. All right. We're going to try and do this change one more time because we are going to try and hit that. Relative element location. Done in only 90 minutes, I suppose. I'm going to go hit stop. We'll put a breakpoint here. We will give it another run. We will give it a debug run. We'll see if we can hit that search. I'm thinking it's finding the wrong search. That's my problem. Okay, we're looking for that search there. Just out of curiosity, we're going to do a find for SEA search. And we do have 4. Please make search selections. Hit the search button. EA search and search. Okay. All right. Well, we now know where those 3 searches are. Okay. Give that a run. Looks like he hit it. And it did. That's good. And it hits the second one. Clicks that change. And it picks it up. And we should see change customer rating. Change. All right. Stop here. We're going to give this a full run. Go ahead, stop over there because it actually did the stuff. Let's see how well it does with the page syncs and everything. And then I think we wrap it up with 1 minute left. This is pretty good. This is 2 sessions in a row where I got the whole thing solved in the last minute of 90 minutes. And I didn't even see that run. Let me watch that again. I think I was can't have run that fast, did it? Well, I guess it did. Yeah, we'll do a wait in here and we'll just go 1 more minute. Wait for timeout, 3 seconds. Oh, wait, so we went, okay. Okay, that's 3 seconds. We're going to make that 10 seconds. We're going to give that 1 more run. Because how much time do we have left here? 10 seconds. All right. Pop, pop, pop. Search. Switch. Update. It said it passed, even though it says it could not find an clickable element for change. All right, folks, we are going to come back at a later time and check it out. But we did get 1 of 2 things to pass, so I am happy about that. So I thank you, everyone, for sticking around and taking a look at this. And I will catch you next time. Cheers.